I don't know how to. Maybe. Oh.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So have you ever looked for a big download button that will let you access to millions of biodiversity images? If so, I'm very pleased today to present GBIFXDL, so a GBIF Scraper, a tool meant for that, downloading data from a GBIF platform. And I've been developing it as part of my postdoc at Aarhus University. But first, let's look at what is GBIF. So GBIF stands for Global Biodiversity Information Facility and is a citizen science website hosting occurrences of millions of living beings across the globe. So for example, here you see a species page of an Australian butterfly. And you see that it comes with several images here that represent some occurrences of this butterfly, and each of them is one specimen that has been observed. And if you click on one of these images, it opens up what is called an occurrence page. And on this one, you see that two pictures of this specific specimen, and you might notice, you might not here, down here, some additional information about the location, the time of the picture, the author of the picture, the adult stage, the hierarchy of the taxonomy of this specimen, etc. But what I want to point here is these two URL below these pictures, because if you want to develop a tool to get all of these images, that's our target. And actually, GBIF is not hosting these images, but rather is an aggregation tool gathering all of these images on different platforms, such as iNaturalist or observation.org. And we would like to get all of these images using all of these URLs. So how we do that? With this in mind, let's try to design our GBIF scraper. So it starts with a species name that we have, and then we want to have a species ID, because GBIF doesn't know names, but only ID. It's a computer program. And from that, we want to dialogue with GBIF to get a list of occurrences. So the snapshot I've shown you. And from this, we can extract URL, and then we want to get our images. So pretty straightforward. And if you zoom out, this is our general design. So we have a list of taxon ID, and then we want to get our images plus the metadata I've mentioned. So all of these information surrounding our occurrences. So for example, yeah, as I said, the taxonomy, the location, the time, the author, the license of the image, etc. And this is exactly the design that GBIFXDL is following in 4 different steps. So the first step is the dialogue with GBIF platform. So from the taxon ID list as input, it gets this Darwin co-archive file, which represents your occurrences. And it's a rather big file. So during the pre-processing, you want to stream to this file. So you don't want to load it entirely into computer memory to avoid overflowing your memory. Just to give you a number, it can be 300 gig of just URL. So it's quite large. And then you want to download this URL that you just extracted during the pre-processing. And you want to do that in a parallel fashion. So you don't want to wait for hours and probably months to get millions of images. And in these steps, I've also added an option to, for example, if you want to integrate a deep learning model to extract the background of your images, if you just want to crop your images, your insects in your images, and some additional things like resizing your image or deduplicating your image, because GBIF contains a lot of duplicates. And finally, during our post-processing, we want to also remove failure during the node. Again, removing some duplicates, cleaning, you cannot see here, cleaning our folders. So we have one image for one line in our occurrence, our metadata file, sorry, so one perfect match. And then eventually split it if you want to do deep learning between training and testing. It's optional. So with that, I'd just like to wrap up and let you know that it's available online. And if you want to do me the honor of being one of the beta tester, I would be more than happy. And feel free to give any feedback, comments, raise an issue, because there are probably many, and ask any questions during the discussion session. Thank you.
Oh, did you press the button? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought we lost it.